Hello and welcome to the second installment of Real Talk with DGS. I'm Tyler, this is Danny.
And today we will be discussing the DC Cinematic Universe from 2005 to 2014. You okay? Oh dear Jesus.
Alright.
And here Where's the drugs?
Many inside of movies all their lives. And now they make them things come out of their minds. And they're gonna share their knowledge with you. From everything to Michael Myers to Captain America. It's real talk, not fake talk. And it's spelled R-E-E-L, not R-E-A-L.
Alright, so we're going to start our show off with some movie news of the week.
Alright, so everybody's been wondering, wait, why is Batman vs. Superman been moved back? What's wrong with it? Is the script bad? Are they going to recast Batman?
Are they backing down from the Marvel movie?
Oh, no. We figured out that not only are they just giving a little bit more time for production instead of rushing it to give us the best movie they possibly can, we also figured out that Warner Brothers is fast-tracking a Wonder Woman movie for a fall 2015 release. Is it really going to happen? We'll see.
Alright, the X-Men Day of Futures Past third commercial came out, and we watched it, and
Looks pretty good.
it does. The movie looks really good. The only problem I have is Quicksilver's costume. They released pictures a while back, and oh god, it looks terrible. He's got goggles that look like you can buy from like a costume store, and he just looks so fake.
Where did you get those goggles? The toilet store?
Okay, that's the only real problem I have with it. Other than that, it looks amazing. Like, I can't wait to see cast from First Class and the other movies just combine together and make a beautiful little movie.
This movie kind of worries me. I think it looks great, but they made it for $250 million. The rule of thumb with movies this big has to make at least $500 million worldwide to be considered a success. Because counting advertising, they're going to spend about $300 million, and some of that split with theater chains and other little production companies. But it worries me because the X-Men movies never made $500 million before, so this is make or break for the franchise pretty much. Alright, using those box office numbers, going to transition to the box office for the week. Captain America, Winter Soldier, reigns supreme again, only edging out Rio 2 by about $3 million.
Wow.
Now, Rio 2 opened at about the same numbers that Rio, the first one, did, which is pretty swell, actually, because they're going to make themselves a nice little profit, and who knows, we'll probably see Rio 3.
Wow.
Captain America, Winter Soldier is also up to $500 million already worldwide. That's how much Day of Future Past needs to make, and Winter Soldier just did it in a couple weeks. And that's pretty impressive.
That's crazy.
I mean, let's see if DC can get this ball moving just like Marvel has, which should transition us into our next main talk here.
That's going to be it for movie news for this week. Now on to our next segment.
You okay, buddy?
No.
Come on, let's talk about it. Come on, while we transition, let's talk about it. Come on. Come here. Okay, we're done.
Alright, now we're on to the Real Talk part of Real Talk.
Oh dear.
Alright, so today, you already heard, we're going to be talking about the DC Cinematic Universe from 2005 until now.
So, just to recap, we're going to go from the bottom of our list, movies that we hate usually, all the way up to the top, which, great. So, we're going to use the Dino-meter to give you scores out of 100. Remember, 50's average, so anything below that's below average movie, and anything higher than that is pretty good.
Alright, now we have 7 movies, so we're going to take 7 minutes to talk. Now, if we can't finish before then you don't get to hear the rest of it. If we do finish before then hey, you get to hear everything.
Lucky you.
Alright, so we're going to start it in 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'll start us off with my number 7 movie, and it is The Green Lantern. Okay, this movie was really stupid, and it was just terrible. It was the worst out of all these, obviously, because it's my least favorite, and it was so bad. Like, the villain, his head was so fake, and his laugh was terrible, and we went and saw this, we all laughed during it.
No, it was so bad. I mean, it's my least favorite superhero movie. It's my number 7, too. I mean, I saw Daredevil. And this is worse than Daredevil.
I hate Daredevil as well.
But I believe in that flick. Alright. Scores for Green Lantern. I have a 31.
I have a 30.
That's being kind of generous. There was a little bit of salvageable stuff, but...
The beginning started off pretty good, and then just was just like, oh, okay, BAM! Down, straight down.
You want to see a good movie? Never mind.
Just like, he took the Green Lantern idea, and I really like the Green Lantern, okay? I've read the comics and everything, and they're just really nice.
I like Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
He's the Black Green Lantern. Sorry, Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, he is. Alright, moving on to number 6. Superman Returns for me. I didn't really like this movie. It was like, the old ones, you know how crappy they were because they were old?
Crappy.
They were good for being old, but looking at them now, they're really crappy. The acting isn't that great, and, I mean, it is pretty good, actually, but I just didn't really like them, and, yeah, it was like the old ones. It wasn't very good. And Superman looked gay, okay? It was like, why would you make his costume that not attractive? And that's why I give it a 40.
I'm going to go back to some of those points later, because next I have Watchmen. Critics hated it. I enjoyed it enough. 55 out of 100, but Zack Snyder gets way better, as you'll see later in the list.
Yes, he does. Alright, number 5 is Watchmen. I really like this movie. I like how they took it from Rorschach's point of view, and I liked how dark it was, and they really went to the emotional side of, like, an insane person, Rorschach, and he's, like, when he's in prison, and they take off his mask, he's like, give me my face! It hit me right in the feels. Like, these superhero movies have been hitting me right in the feels every time, and I'm gonna stop watching them. I'm just kidding, no, I'm not. Alright, I give Watchmen a 63 out of 100.
You know, you should try being insane sometimes. It's quite nice. Alright, my number 5. Superman Returns. Not every superhero movie needs to be dark and set in reality. Superman Returns is a great example of that. It's a nice little throwback. It has a comic book feel. And Kevin Spacey does a great job as Lex Luthor. Made me laugh, and well, you can still tell he was a villain. And for that, that's a 62 out of 100 right there for that movie.
Wow.
I liked it.
Alright, my number 4 is Batman Begins. Batman is obviously my favorite superhero ever, created ever. Bob Kane is a freaking genius, okay?
I couldn't tell.
Anyways, okay, I love this movie. It was awesome, and it was just like the beginning of the best trilogy ever created. And I love it so much. Like, it took Batman and it made it real life. It was like the Dark Knight, the comic series, where it made it like put in real life. That I said that twice, but anyways, like the Batman comics, they seem kind of fake because of the villains and stuff. But this took those villains and made them into like how they would be in real life, and I loved it. And I give it an 85 out of 100.
That's a really high score, especially for a number 4.
Yeah.
Well, my number 4 is also Batman Begins. Like you said, one of the greatest trilogies of all time started right there. And you get some Liam Neeson in there, too.
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Watch out for him and do not steal his daughter. Or anybody. He's a scary man. But, yeah, solid movie. 75 out of 100. And it started something great.
Alright, my number 3 is The Dark Knight Rises. When I first saw this movie, I was like freaking enraged because I've read the comics and everything, and they took all the origin stories of like Bane, Talia, and Robin, and they completely changed them, and I was really upset when I saw it. But after rewatching it, like watching it as a movie and not as an adaptation of the comics, it is a really, really, really good movie. And I liked it, and I give it an 87, excuse me.
Alright, this is weird. Number 3, I also The Dark Knight Rises. I thought it was a great conclusion. It wrapped up everything, given the Scarecrow made an appearance.
Yeah.
Final appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Only villain to be in all 3.
That dude is also good in the second.
Raj Al Ghul comes back. Leave me sad. Yeah. And then Bane is just really cool. How could you not love him?
Mm.
His nice little elegant voice and this gigantic Hulk of a man.
Okay.
Oh, this was so good. And, Robin could have been named Peter. Any of you older viewers get that? Huh? His name's Dick in the comics.
Okay, my number 2 is Man of Steel. I really love this movie. It was so good. The CGI looked almost real during the fight scenes, and it answered a lot of questions for me about Superman. Like, does he have to run and jump and fly, or can he just like float, like do?
I can do that.
You can?
I can.
Wow. Okay.
Only off camera.
And this made me like Superman so much more. He was my favorite superhero for about a week, and then Batman took over again because I love him. I give it a 92 out of 100.
Before I was rudely interrupted, Dark Knight Rises is an 81, just for anybody who really cares. But Man of Steel is also my number 2. Superman is my favorite superhero, and this just showed me why. CGI looked great. Zack Snyder is actually a really good director.
Yes.
And makes me really look forward to Batman vs. Superman, or whatever they're going to call it.
I will nerd all over the floor once that comes out. I'll be like sitting there watching the movie, eating my popcorn. There. That was disturbing for anybody. But
Nerd! All over the floor.
Everywhere.
Alright, that's an 84 out of 100 for anybody who cares.
Alright, now you ready for my number 1?
We gotta do this, gotta wrap this up. Ready?
The Dark Knight.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Anyways, The Dark Knight. I freaking love this movie. As I said, I love Batman, and it was great. Heath Ledger was the best Joker ever created, and I love him. He just did a perfect job. And Christian Bale, I did have some why is he going like this when he has the Batman mask on, and why does he talk?
Throws people off.
Yeah. But anyways, I loved it. I freaking loved it. It was awesome. And my favorite movie of all time. 94 out of 100.
Wow. Dark Knight, my 3rd favorite movie of all time, and just, come on. 93 out of 100. Man.
So close. Alright, that'll be it for this week's movie talk. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry you got cut off. But now we're going to go on to our movie suggestions of the week.
Alright, as you should be watching our show religiously, you're going to find out that we're going to do a movie suggestion every week, and then later we're going to do a shit movie of the week. Now, we're going to change it up from last week, and I'll be giving you a full-length movie that you should watch, while he'll give you a short on YouTube.
Or any other internet
Usually
source.
YouTube, but I'm going to start off with my movie suggestion of the week. I watched Out of the Furnace a couple days ago. So good. I think it was better than Wolf of Wall Street and Gravity, which were both in contention for an Oscar. Out of the Furnace was so good. There's not one character that was misplaced in there, and wow, it was great. It's a solid 80 out of 100 on the Dinometer. I really enjoyed it. Now, let's get to this guy's
Alright.
suggestion.
My internet short of the week would be Drone. You guys should just look it up. It's Drone. Drone. It's a 4-part series, and it is so good. These guys, they just did a really good job. I think it's YM something. I can't remember. I feel terrible now, but it is really good. I watched it several times, and it's about an AI who gets hunted down, and it's just really good. And it's even got a famous black guy at the end. So,
wow,
yeah,
this black guy. You should really.
wow,
Had me right there.
Yeah, I'm not racist. My best friend is black. Okay, so that's it for this week, except for the shit movie of the week.
Alright, this movie is absolutely terrible. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. Where's the suspense? That is why I love the Paranormal Activity movies, and there was just none of it, and I actually fell asleep while I was watching. I didn't even finish it. It was so boring, I fell asleep. Movie shouldn't do that. It's for entertainment. Faith is almost gone in that franchise. See if they can bounce back in October. And it's 27 out of 100 on the Dinometer. It was
Wow.
just bad.
Wow. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this week.
We're sorry. I know you'll miss us.
Yeah.
I know you'll miss us.
We'll be back next Friday.
So, have a great day, and
Thank you.
USA.
Thank you for watching another
Bye, everybody.